2 Corinthians 5:18-20, which talks about, we've been given this ministry of reconciliation. So that's day one. The moment that we give our life to Christ, God makes his appeal through us to those around us. And so it's like you become a missionary right there. And so they taught me that wherever I was, that was my mission field. So my workplace, they encouraged me, go on with your studies because that's your mission field. Like your family, your friends, all those people in your life, they are your mission field. And I had this thing of like, that's really true. Like, I don't want to be, going overseas or necessarily, thinking that missions is doing an outreach on the street when my own family don't know the truth that, their eternal destiny is actually really at stake and that they have a God who loves them. I needed to share that with the people that I was doing everyday life with. And so that mindset helped me to realize immediately that I was called to be an ambassador for the kingdom wherever I was. And the second thing they taught me was that, and I feel like this is so significant because sometimes I think people who grow up in the church can have this mindset that one mission field is more superior to another. And I didn't have that. I was like, my calling in the workplace, whether I'm a factory worker, whether I'm working in an office, whether I'm a counselor, whatever it is, my family that I see every day, that is just as an important mission field as being overseas on the, in a third world country. And sometimes we can romanticize the, that kind of mission field, but it's actually not true. Like, God wants on fire believers in every sphere of life. And I just want to encourage like those who are working, those maybe who are at home raising kids, like what you do matters. Like, you may not have a platform, people may not know about all the seeds that you are sowing and your heart to reach people, but God knows, and it really does matter. And I feel like everyday ordinary Christians who think they're ordinary need to know that in God's eyes, you are extraordinary. Like, God wants to use you where you're at, and be encouraged. Just because it may not be, that glamorous kind of on the platform, it really does not matter. It's not an inferior mission field in any way, shape or form. And there can sometimes be that mindset that like the ultimate surrender is giving up everything and going to the mission field. But it's more important to be obedient and faithful to where God's called you to be. He may call you over to the mission field, the overseas mission field at one point, but the main thing is to be obedient and faithful, because if he's called you to a particular workplace, that means that there is a harvest field there for you, that there are people there that he is, wants to bring.